Good morning. Finished design project for Introduction to Aboriginal Perspectives Pedagogy. Firstly, we will look at the structure and how that operates for the user and the participants. We begin with an introduction. All modules have been set out in the same way for consistency and structure. The clear, large heading with high contrast font of black on white with a list of all content. On the right hand side, you'll notice checkboxes. These checkboxes will automatically check as students complete the task or complete the link. This gives them a way of self-monitoring their progress and acknowledging where they are. We have a jump to section acting as a sitemap, which allows students to jump between content as they need. Additional navigation and ease of navigation comes in the form of backwards and forwards arrows leading through the sitemap. Each module has an introduction with a pictorial and word description of the element, followed by links to external literature, which will take you to either a website or a PDF document, depending what literature was provided by the SME. Participants are given a your turn option, in which case in where they develop a lesson in which they practice. Students at all times are given an option, a range of options and methods, formats to submit, allowing that increased accessibility, fairness, equity. These are followed by an SME example so that the students are able to reflect and analyse, compare. At the end, as described in the proposal for this project, at the end of each of the 8 ways, students participate in a summative assessment piece utilising seesaw activities prescribed by the SMEs. These are a click and drag, which show student understanding. They submit their document, which is automatically notifies SMEs and key stakeholders. They are able to provide feedback to students on their work. At the end of the course, for final assessment, students are creating a usable end product to increase the authenticity. They are given a range of formats and methodology to submit their work and are asked to reflect. Meeting key stakeholder requirements was ensured through this ease of navigation, the ability for administrators to track progress, to manage enrolment, and to engage in discussions through the forum. The forum allows backwards and forwards communication between participants and stakeholders. It allows SMEs to provide feedback and additional information. It allows participants to engage in collaboration and to make them feel less alone with the online element of e-learning. Stakeholders are able to monitor, mark and provide feedback with the easily click of a button, and similar with the formative assessment. The client and SMEs felt that providing opportunities for reflection was important to help the users become more connected to their learning, hence the reflection and the link there to the forum. The designer has ensured maximum accessibility primarily through the choice of Moodle as the LMS. Researching various LMS platforms, Moodle was very explicit in how they detailed the design elements that address accessibility, and in this case the designer has chosen and used clear and accurate descriptions for images and embedded objects. All embedded objects and
know to be narrative.
have a play pause function, volume control, and allow users to maximize the screen for visual inputs. The designer has chosen a high contrast color scheme and used an easy to read font. In-browser options on laptops, iPads, Windows and Macs allow users to enlarge their screen and highlight and click a text-to-speech option, as does using an iPad or Android device. This website conforms and complies with web accessibility guidelines, reaching a AA rating using an online checking software. It addresses all 4 principles of web accessibility. First, perceivable, available to the senses through the browser. As mentioned before, text-to-speech is an option that can be chosen through Android and Apple mobile devices, whilst online browsers such as Chrome and Edge allow users to highlight text and choose a text-to-speech option. Again, enlarging the screen on an Android and Apple device is simple. Similarly, browsers on a laptop and PC, you can choose to magnify your screen. Number 2, it is operable. The Moodle platform has been developed to be fully inclusive and accessible, as discussed earlier. It offers mouse, touchscreen and keyboard supports to allow full functionality. This is also therefore relatable across devices. It is understandable the designer was deliberate in choices relating to the type of content, its presentation, the font, choice of font, the font size, the font color, and the way it is presented on the screen using the structure of heading and lists. The layout is sequential and consistent, which allows easy navigation and adaptability. Finally, the learning design is very robust. The finished project is accessible on all devices, as mentioned, including PC, laptop using Apple and Windows, as well as mobile devices such as iPads, tablets and phones using either Apple or Android operating systems. Moodle has an app developed that can be accessed with full functionality, and this can be accessed through the website or on the App Store.